The last featured review for this week for us is a movie called My Mother's Wedding. Eric, wedding movies. This one stars Scarlett Johansson, Kristin Scott Thomas from The English Patient. Can I bet all the money in the world that you will never watch My Mother's Wedding? Can I? In general, it's
Uh,
wedding. Are wedding movies your type? Would you be open to watching a movie about weddings in general? This one centers on three sisters, played by Scarlett Johansson, Sienna Miller, and Emily Beecham. They visit their mother, who's getting married for the third time. Mother's played by Kristin Scott Thomas. They go to her house in the beautiful countryside, and it's about the marriage of their mother. And obviously, it's a family romantic comedy drama. Does it? My Mother's Wedding. Not per your purview, Eric.
not running to the theater just yet, but go on.
But okay, how about if it's streaming? The thing is, here's a good thing. It's
I'm not
direct.
running to the streaming either just yet, but go on. I'm just
Okay.
waiting for you to sell me on it.
Kristen Scott Thomas was in Only God Forgives. Just based on that, does she give you some extra, I guess, ducats or incentive to watch My Mother's Wedding? But this is the first feature directing debut of Kristen Scott Thomas. A lot of you might know her from Only God Forgives. Most of you might know her from The English Patient, and I think all of you probably know her from so many different movies. She starred with Scarlett Johansson years ago in a movie called The Horse Whisperer, directed by Robert Redford. And she's here now as directing, and it's her first screenplay. And My Mother's Wedding, she's a mom who is trying to have a good day on her wedding, marrying a nice, really amiable chap who loves her dearly. But the problem is her daughters, they have their own set of problems, and they bring that baggage into that wedding day. The Scarlett Johansson character, she works for the Navy, I think the Royal Navy, and she's gone for months at a time, and she's not very good with her life partner, played by Frida Pinto, and she's obviously an absentee mother or absentee parent to her son. So you get that kind of problem. The Emily Beecham character, her she is fearful that maybe her husband might be cheating on her. That's the second sister. The third sister is played by Sienna Miller, and her character is she plays a internationally known actress, very popular, very famous, who might be settling down with a man who is much older than her just for the sheer financial comfort. So all of these sisters and their problems to celebrate their mother's big day, but there might be some drama that happens within the mix of My Mother's Wedding. Running at 95 minutes, the movie's confidently directed by Kristen Scott Thomas. My thing that was a very big surprise regarding this movie is it's more of a drama, and it works better as a drama than an actual comedy. The comedic stuff, I feel, is more thrown in to liven up the pace of the proceedings, but I think this movie really works as a resident drama about learning to live, no, not learning to live, learning to love the people who are around you at the moment and not completely holding on to your past. The movie is also partly inspired by Kristen Scott Thomas's own life because she had two late fathers who worked in the military as well. And in this movie, My Mother's Wedding, Kristen Scott Thomas's character was previously married to men who both perished while serving time in the military. So it's inspired in that way, and it's worth a watch if you are a fan of any of the aforementioned actresses, especially Kristen Scott Thomas and Scarlett Johansson. They have the biggest roles in this. Sienna Miller and Emily Beecham are also good in My Mother's Wedding. It's a fun hang for 95 minutes, and it has some nice resident message, and I hope to see more directing efforts from Kristen Scott Thomas. My Mother's Wedding gets 3.5 stars from me. So
Did it yank any tears out of you by then, or?
no, very good question. No tears from me, but I really liked some of the writing in this movie, especially what Kristen Scott Thomas had to say about love and unconditional love and whatnot. It's a good, solid movie. Great debut from Kristen Scott Thomas. Again, that is My Mother's Wedding. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.